I'm gonna.
Up there, so all those layers are more hidden. And you stick the middle. Perfect. And then pull it.
It's not really hidden. Wouldn't it be better if it? I think it'd be better if it was just on the outside of my shirt.
Yeah, pull it in. Then you have a hole here. Yeah, the hole.
It doesn't stand up correctly when I do it that way.
Wait, another time on his feet.
I had this perfect before.
Okay.
Good.
Cool. It's already live.
I need to change the screen to
I know,
live
but
screen.
you scrolled over to end
No.
stream. I was about to say.
I wasn't going to. Settle down. Hello there, friends and family. Well, maybe no family. Well, you're my family. You're my Corey crew. What up? Happy New Year's. And thank you for joining me today. This is a little bit of a different setup. I know it's the afternoon, but I'm going to do a little get ready with me while we chat. I thought this might be fun because, I don't know, you guys always ask me,
Ouch.
in particular, you all right? You guys always ask me, usually after my Buff Bunny collection videos, like I get so many comments on my makeup for my YouTube videos and everything, so I thought maybe it'd be fun if you got ready with me. So I don't know if anyone else is getting ready this late in the afternoon. I'm not getting ready to go anywhere. Let me make sure I don't cover up my mic. How is the audio sound for those that are here before I get too far? What did you guys do for New Year's? Did you guys do anything? Jason and I had like a pretty quiet New Year's, but honestly, New Year's is probably like one of my least favorite holidays, so this computer's running hot. I'm starting my new year off with a new hairdo. I got my hair done the other day. Just a little something different. All right, thank you for the audio check.
This wasn't on good.
Huh?
You tell me that this wasn't
I'm
on.
not really paying attention. I'm kind of doing 3 things at once in my mind.
There we go. I gotta turn on the camera.
We's bright, so we're just going to do a little adjustment of the lighting and get chatting. I have kind of like a pretty bougie makeup whole routine, and it changes day to day, so this will be fun to try to do. I didn't actually set up a mirror for myself, so I'll have to figure that out whilst
Go
on
grab one
camera
quick.
with you.
Go grab one quick.
It's not about grabbing one real quick. I need to prop it up so it's eye level with the camera.
I can help you. Just give me a second.
So I want you guys to like enter stuff into the chat box because I am going to be doing like a lot of my makeup, but I thought if you guys have questions or even just like conversationally, I'd love to hear what your plans are for the new year. Like, is today just another day for you, or do you feel really motivated that it's a new year, new day? Love to hear what your goals are, or if you have like any plans for things that you want to work on in 2022. I'm going to start because my makeup routine will probably take a while I'm talking to you guys. A couple things I wanted to mention.
You hold your mirror, like with what I'm looking at, so I know what to prop up. And you want like right about here. Want right about here?
You want to do it under the camera? Right there, yeah.
Is that where you like it?
That would be perfect.
Oh, okay. Let me
Yeah, because then I'm not like looking off to the side.
let me figure it out. You keep talking.
Okay, so we are not Sherelle skin right now. Couple things that I've been doing first is I've been using more serums. Been trying to get into serums, especially in the winter months. I run a little more dry. So I've been using the Frey Skincare line. The Revive Me is a deep replenishing serum. So I really like this. You don't have to use much, like a boop amount. I'm just gonna look like into the monitor computer right now. Not that I really need it for this, but Their stuff smells amazing. It's all made with argan oil, which has tons of like antioxidant properties for your skin. I like making sure, in effort to have a good makeup day, you need to have like a good base on your face. So part of that is just exfoliating, which I did this morning, moisturize, all the things. I actually did start my new year with giving myself a little self-tan. I know you can't actually see my self-tan, but
I got that. Still working on it.
okay. So, what do we got here?
That works. I get
Joe A says, are we getting a BB category launch this year? Not that I know of, but very cool. They just announced the Buff Bunny collection launch for Nancy Gonzalez. She is one of the Buff Bunny collection athletes. She is, whoop, I dropped my mic pack. She's been with the team for a while, and they are doing they did a collab with her. So this is the first Buff Bunny collection collab that's happening, which is very exciting.
Higher?
Higher, please. It's very exciting that they're doing this. I think it's really cool, especially since Buff Bunny collection, they've been around for 4 years, but you got to think about that. That's not really a long time for a brand, you know?
Are you gonna use it?
Yes. It's not really like a long time for a brand to be around. To be doing athlete collabs, I think that's just like so awesome and exciting. And I will be doing an unboxing here probably, I don't know about today, probably tomorrow. If not tonight, tomorrow. Look for that. Last time I posted it on YouTube as well, and you guys seem to really like having it in both places. So we will do that. So that'll be exciting. I can't wait to share all the clothes with you guys.
Tell them the annoying guy will be out of the room.
Oh, you're not annoying them.
I can keep
I
going.
just need to slant it is all, Jay.
Oh, okay.
I'll slant it. Oh, I had a whole boop on my nose, didn't I? Okay, bear with me. I'm not used to this.
They don't see Bruce. You want me to show them Bruce?
They don't know Bruce is here? Yeah, show him Bruce. Do you need me to move?
No.
Now you can see his face. His little face back there. See him? Frey Skincare, actually, I started using...
What? We'll focus.
I know.
We'll
There he
focus.
is. Oh, he's so sweet. So Frey Skincare, I actually started using this brand probably about 2 years ago. Honestly, they wanted to do a collab with me, and I turned it down because at the time, I was still actively having breakouts, which I do have a couple breakouts right here, right now, but I was like in the feels with my acne journey and trying to actively figure it out. And I just didn't feel confident enough to be promoting a brand, even though I enjoyed their products. I felt like it worked very well with my very sensitive skin, but it just, for me at the time, I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I've actually been using their stuff for a couple years now. They reached out to me again recently, and I do have a discount code if you guys want to use it. I wasn't even thinking of mentioning it. This has just genuinely been my honest routine before I apply my makeup. I feel like my makeup applies the best with these. But Karakori saves you 10% off. So if you guys enter that in, it'll save you 10% off, and I do earn a small commission. So if you guys want to check that out, there's the information on that. I'm looking over here. If you wonder, this is where the computer is set up. So I'm going to be scrolling your comments as I try to talk and answer your questions. So I do, like, after I apply my base, okay, so I have a couple other steps too. This I just got not long ago, the MAC Fast Response Eye Cream. So I'm going to put that on my under eyes, and I like to kind of let my skincare set in for a couple minutes before I actually do my makeup. I know some of you guys are stuck at home. I heard some people are like having to quarantine right now. That sucks. I feel so fortunate that like myself, Jason, and my entire family has been healthy this year. I gotta tell you, I mean, thinking about 2022 and setting up your New Year's goals, I feel like I hope people realize and start thinking about, you know, the bigger picture here of life and thinking about your health versus let me just lose weight and lose weight quickly, and really think about what we're doing to our bodies and what we can do to maybe treat our bodies a little bit better, right? Like, I just think that is one of the best approaches you guys can take to New Year's goals in terms of your health. I know I'm all over the place here, but yes, I'm also very excited about the athlete collaboration. I think that's really cool. And I'm just really excited, honestly, to see what Buff Bunny Collection does for 2022, because 2021 was probably my favorite year of their collections, because they not only like just really upped the quality of what they did, but they found a way to continue to level up, I felt like, with every launch in 2021. Just my favorite launches this past year. So I'm hoping 2022 keeps that trend going. So really excited to see what more comes in 2022. Jason and I have always been thinking about bringing Bruce a brother into the picture, but we don't have anything set in stone at this time. Just Stahl, what do you mean, did I pick a word for the year? Is that something people do, is like pick a word for the year? Ooh. I'd have to think about that one. I don't know what my word for the year would be. What are you guys thinking 2022 is going to present to you this year? I feel like the last 2 years have been so like kind of unexpected in many ways, right? Like I just feel like for Jason and myself, like Jason kind of switched directions with his career, working from home and working for himself and focusing on his health has been like a really good move. I'm just filling in my pores because I have pores, you guys, and I do feel like a little pore putty by e.l.f. I used to use the Tatcha, but honestly, like a lot of e.l.f. products are dupe for high end, so I've been switching over to a bit more drugstore here, but I feel like it makes a difference. The Buff Bunny Rose Quartz collection, she wasn't lying, that's only available in the boutique. So you guys would have to actually visit Alpha Land and go to the boutique. However, I will share with you that the quartz collection it's part of this launch, just in different colors. So you guys will have the ability to order some of the quartz collection. How do you guys feel about like the print and everything? I'm gonna quit playing with my hair so that I don't screw with the mic. I'm gonna move this over. Okay. So Diana says she's trying to have body goals this year, to focus on, not to have body goals. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna comment on that, but I'm glad you're not having body goals. You wanna focus on progression with strength and better boundary setting, saying no to things. That's an excellent goal. I think that's hard for many people. I feel like I get better with that the older I get, but that is a challenging one, just saying no to things that like, I'm someone that like wants to say yes to everything, but you do have to set those boundaries for yourself and really prioritize what serves you, and it is okay to say no. It's hard. It's hard saying no. I'm a people pleaser, so that is challenging, but I love that how do you guys like this foundation routine? It's a little obnoxious, right? I use 2 foundations, the Hourglass and then the Pat McGrath. Something about the combination of it I really like, even though you look a little crazy in the process. But let's see if I can do this without getting it on my dark hairs. I feel like not having body goals is a great step for a lot of people, because I think a lot of people get focused on just wanting to make themselves smaller versions of themselves, versus focusing on the internal health aspect of things. And it's not to say that you can't focus on losing weight. You guys know I'm not like, I'm kind of in the middle on a lot of stuff. I'm anti-diet culture, but at the same time, I'm not a dietitian that's trying to lose weight and trying to change your body. So I think there's like a big kind of like difference here in the fitness industry right now with what's being promoted. And I'm kind of in the middle. Like I do encourage people to kind of think about their health a little bit more versus just always thinking like, well, I want to lose 10 pounds and I want to get back to the size I was in high school, or I think your why for wanting to lose weight and effort to be successful has to be much deeper than that. It has to be a lot stronger than just wanting to be a smaller person. That's only going to get you so far. You know, you can want to be smaller because you're going to have a wedding or go on a vacation. You guys like my warrior paint? But it's only going to last so long. And those are the people that usually go on a fad diet, lose some quick weight, and then they gain it all back. And then what does that do to your self-esteem? It's challenging to lose weight and regain it and to keep doing it, to keep yo-yoing and cycling back and forth on that. So that's when we really, for me as a dietitian, those are like my favorite people to work with, because I like to really hone in on like what's going on, like what your purpose is, why aren't these things working, why haven't they worked, and what could we do differently? And honestly, you guys, a lot of times it's about setting smaller goals. I'm not saying don't like reach for the stars, all right? I'm not saying don't have big goals in your life, but what I'm saying is when it comes to weight loss, most people set unrealistic expectations for themselves. They don't know how to act, like they don't know how to properly goal set. You really have to sit down and think about what are you doing that could be done better, and why aren't you currently doing it better? What are the barriers? What are your limitations, and how can we work within those so that you're able to follow through, right? I want to read your goals too, as I'm also trying to apply my makeup. I really don't like this sponge, by the way. This is an actual like beauty blender sponge, and I don't like it. It's like 20 bucks, and I don't feel like it's good. I feel like it's kind of like dry feeling on my skin. I don't love that for me. So I'm going to use a little setting spray. Just really push the makeup in. I like a little bit of a full coverage moment, so she's going to add a little more, okay? It looks like I'm adding a lot, but I add like the tiniest drop, and I apply it right to my face because I feel like it like warms up the foundation a bit. Brooke is trying to regain some muscle she lost from a back injury and heal my gut with quality nutrition. I love that. I'm kind of similar-ish to you, Brooke, although like I had a shoulder injury 2 years ago now, so I'm not really healing from that. But quite honestly, for me, I spent a lot of 2021, even though gyms were open all year, they haven't been closed in 2021. I spent a lot of it working out from home, because in 2020, I adjusted my time and my life so much due to the pandemic that I kind of just got in the habit of working out from home. I don't want to say I got lazy about it, but the thought of like having to like pack a bag and go to the gym and like manage all that before going to work in the morning started to feel very overwhelming to me. And so I just didn't want to do it, and I just didn't do it. So I still worked out all year. I'm proud of myself for that, obviously, but my workouts took a hit. I could only do so much from home, and I feel like I definitely lost some strength this past year. So for me as well, kind of regaining strength. Oh, this looks wicked crazy. I feel like it didn't look that crazy looking in the mirror, and now I'm like looking at, yeah, I look really freaking crazy. Sorry about that. But I also just like, and I want to regain strength, but I'm also not really monitoring it, so I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just more so focusing on being consistent in the gym again, which I wasn't. So Jason, kindly enough, has been my support system with that. And sometimes you need a support system. You need someone who will help you get it done. And for me, I needed that extra push. I needed that person to keep me accountable to go with every day. And it's okay to need that. I started having gym anxiety and like did not want to go back to the gym alone. And I feel like I'm in a place now where I'm personally over that. Thanks to Jason coming with me, I feel reacclimated in the gym. It's easy to feel like everyone's looking at you like, ooh, she hasn't been here in months. She doesn't look like she knows what she's doing. She looks out of shape. It's like a very real fear, I think, especially for new people going into the gym as well. Like just that feeling of being judged, right?
And your support system is pretty. Let's go.
My support system will get mad if I bail on him.
I don't wait. I do not wait. I'm like, we're going now. We're working out low.
All right. So I don't know. I'm here to tell you that like it's okay to need a support system. Like thanks to Jason, like literally I've been back in the gym for I think like 8 weeks now. And it feels really good. Like I feel like I'm getting stronger. Lifting weight feels easier. I'm not killing myself with like trying to up the weight every single set. That's just not my personal journey right now because I feel discrepancies between my right and left arm, which I think is due to my former injury, which was reminding me of Brooke's goal. So I'm just like really focused on feeling strong again. So even if I'm not documenting my lifts and progression, in my head I'm taking a mental note and just kind of focusing on how I'm feeling and feeling stronger. And just being back in the gym consistently feels so good. Like I feel like, okay, today's January 1st and I've already been in the gym consistently for 8 weeks. Not that anything's wrong with home workouts, but you guys, like sometimes you just have to be honest with yourselves, right? And for me, home workouts, I was being lazier. I was not pushing myself as hard. I wasn't giving myself enough time. Even though I saved all that time from driving, I would give myself less time. I was sleeping more, which sleep is great. We love sleep. We love that, but just wasn't prioritizing it. So it feels good to get back into it, but it's not always easy. Shay asked, would you do a video on boosting immunity? Yes, I need to write that down. Let me add that to my phone because I wanted to keep a little like list as you guys give me topics today because I know I'll be a little all over the place, but I've got my What the Health series going on YouTube right now. That playlist I think has like 6 videos in it. The last one I did was summarizing the worst diets of 2021. So I have some other good videos to go along with that to help you guys not only stay motivated in January, but all year round. So it's my goal to continue the What the Health series all year round for you guys. I always like to let you guys know what to expect on my channel for the upcoming year. So What the Health is going to continue. I think some of you guys thought it was maybe just like a temporary through the holiday series, but I want this to be a growing series to continue to educate you guys. So I'm gonna write that one down. That's a great idea. Thank you again, Shay. Boosting, I'm not texting, this is where my list is going. Boosting immunity, foods to focus on, or full day of eating. Do you guys still like full day of eating? Full days of eating? Is that how you say it? Full day. Do you like full day of eating? Can you tell me in the comments? I haven't been doing those as much because I just don't know if they're as educational and helpful, but let me know if you'd like to see those. Is that? How sweet are these two back there? For me personally, 2021, a lot of it was about just like being with my family more, like these two back here, prioritizing them more. Huh? He's wicked stressed out right now. Just loving them, being in the moment, being in the present more, and I don't know. It was a really good year, I would say, and I'm just really excited for the upcoming year. I feel like my makeup looks worse doing it on camera. I'm like, there's no way my makeup looks this bad. I don't have a set makeup routine. I literally do something different every time I do my makeup. It's really obnoxious, and it would probably be so much quicker if I just nailed down, like, this is my 10-minute routine, and I don't have one. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not here to give you quick tips on your makeup. It doesn't? Okay. So I love, love, love the Huda Beauty setting powder in Pound Cake. I do have dark circles under my eyes, and I feel like this one does the best for blurring it, as well as mattifying, because although I get dry in the winter, I get an oily T-zone, so that's why I take the Beauty Blender and I set my T-zone a bit more. And I like to also take it down my nose on the sides, just to kind of make my nose look a little bit slimmer. And we're gonna bake the pimples a little bit more. And my smile lines. Good idea. Yeah. Yeah, because it's such a dark day here, you guys. Ugh. I don't love that for the first day of the new year. I have powder all over me now. Okay. Too much information out there now. So hard to weed through the BS. Yeah, I totally agree, Kim. That's kind of why I started the What the Health series, because while I feel like some stuff is just obvious, or, you know, people already know it, or people already have the information, I know you guys look to me for my expert opinion between my 15 plus years of being a dietitian, my education, my role here on the YouTube. So I'm like, why am I selling myself short? Like, this is information that I know will help you guys. So I want to continue to hopefully increase the reach on those videos. And one of my other goals with that is I'm trying to not get bogged down so much in the numbers and views and things like that. I feel like in social media, it can be really challenging to grow after you've been around for a while. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm always trying to adapt. And so 2022, I'm going to be continuing to try new things, as I always do every year. Like, if you guys have followed me a long time, you know I'm always kind of continually like trying out different stuff, right? You're never just always getting the same video on Kara Corey Fit Life. So I'm consistently trying new things that excite me, that I enjoy, that I would enjoy watching, that I hope you guys enjoy watching. So yeah, we are all over the place here. Career goal to build my dietetic portfolio and get ready for internships. That's awesome. What an exciting time for you. Like, I loved being an intern, a new RD, like figuring out where you're gonna go, what your path is. It's so exciting. It's so cool. And just know, Brooke, that like your path may change. Most people's paths change. They try different things. You dabble in this a little bit, you maybe come over there. Like, a lot of people change their jobs, I think on average like 7 times. So just expect that you may bounce around a bit, and that's okay. Like, getting a feel for what you like. I feel like sky's the limits right now with dietetics, thanks to becoming more virtual. Like, virtual dietetics was seriously, I should still be doing my makeup, seriously frowned upon, all right? When I first got started in social media, like, people were not okay with me being on the YouTube giving advice. Like, it was very unheard of. I remember going to my college after I graduated, because I was part of what was the group called? It was a group of local dietitians, because we took interns. And I remember like one of the dietitians coming up to me and commending me for putting myself out there and what I was doing, because she knew it was just so different in the field. And she was the only one out of everyone to even like say anything to me, because I had like a newspaper article out or something. So it was so new in its time when I started doing it, that now it's much more acceptable, which is great. But with being more acceptable, it's also more competitive, but it's opened up so many doors for virtual services, which I think is great because with dietetics and seeking nutrition counseling, when people don't feel good about what they're doing, when people reach out to me and say, Kara, I need your help, I want to work with a dietitian, I know it's a hard email to write. It means you are, number one, committing to yourself. When you send that email, when you reach out to someone and say you need help, that's the first step. Not trying to sound lame, but it is the first step. Just like admitting that you need a little help, right, can be challenging. But also it means that you guys know you're going to need to be accountable, and you're going to need to follow through on things, and that you may have to share what you're doing that maybe embarrasses you or you're not proud of, and that's a hard thing to do. You know, that's really hard. And I think a lot of people like the idea of doing that virtually, either over email, over a Skype session. Some people just feel more comfortable with that. I know I do. I'm like all about the virtual stuff. I think it's great that it is one good thing from the pandemic that we're doing more virtual. I love Lindsay. Lindsay says, my goal is to stop farting around my deficit so I can get to maintenance. Strength, better mobility, and eating at maintenance is my goal for this year. I love that for you. You don't want to be farting around that deficit too long. No one likes staying in a deficit too long. And your body doesn't love being in a deficit too long. And if you're farting around, that may mean you're already kind of yo-yoing up and down a bit. If you're struggling to follow it, sometimes you're better off upping the macros, getting to your maintenance a bit quicker, because if you up your macros, your calories, however you're following your programming, if you're able to be more consistent with it, your body actually may respond to it a bit better. So even though you may be consuming more calories, if you're able to be more consistent, your body may prefer that, respond to that a bit more, allow you to maybe work a little harder in the gym, energize things a bit more. Sometimes upping calories is the way to go. So definitely don't like being in a deficit too long. If you guys watched, I did a summer cut series. I did that for 8 to 12 weeks. It was a good chunk of time. I didn't see a ton of weight on the scale because I wasn't willing to really get too low with my calories, which I am a petite person. I'm not overweight. I've been working out for a long time. I am a little bit older. These are all things that factor into weight loss and how quickly it will take you to lose weight, how far you have to go. For me, I'm that person that if I want to lose weight, to lose 5 pounds of fat on my body, I'd look pretty shredded if I lost 5 pounds of fat. The work for me to do that is quite intensive. It is quite time consuming. It requires a lot of precision. Sorry, I just feel like I could never get enough blush. If you guys want to know anything I'm using, just ask. I'm trying to not like go too sidetracked, but if you're here and interested in the makeup, obviously ask me. But for me to lose that last 5 pounds takes a heck of a lot of work. So I just focused more on, with my summer cut, was consistency. Like, what can I do to be more consistent? And for me to be more consistent, it was not for me to slash calories. It was not for me to overdo cardio. And even with that, with just being consistent, if you guys go back, I did do like a body update. I had really good changes. I wish I would have done my measurements, but you can tell like my body responded great to the consistency. So that's another tip I want to encourage you with as you're approaching like your New Year's goals. Sometimes it's just about consistency, and what do you need help with to be more consistent with? Is it your diet, and what in particular with your diet are you struggling with? I was just talking to my hairdresser the other day, and for her it was breakfast. She felt like she just could not pinpoint a breakfast that she enjoys, and doesn't like sweet things, so she doesn't like oatmeal, things like that, and was just really struggling with breakfast, which would lead her to being a bit, you know, not lazy with it, but she wouldn't plan for it. So that would then cause her, when she went to Dunkin' to get her coffee, to grab something at Dunkin'. So those were some of the things we talked about. And I just think sometimes those are the small things you should start with when you're looking to make some changes in your life. Instead of trying to change it all, start with one thing, one meal, one snack, one workout. You know, it doesn't have to be an entire overhaul of your life just because today's January 1st. By doing that, you're likely going to fail. So I actually encourage you to do the opposite. I encourage you to take a good hard look at what you're doing and what you could be doing better. I've always been my own worst critic, so I feel like I'm really good at critiquing myself and like figuring out what I need to improve upon. And I feel like I'm pretty honest with myself. So that's a strength I have, I feel like, as I approach my goals. I need to take a second to look at how this makeup's looking. A little basic. We'll add a little eyes. Not doing anything too crazy today. Sorry you have to hear my sipping. Love Mike. Let's see, the backlight. For someone who struggles to cook, do you think that delivery subscriptions are a good way to start? Like Home Chef or Green Chef? I haven't tried any of those, but yes, if you are someone that struggles to cook, whether that means you don't enjoy it, you don't feel like you have time for it, you're not good at it, you're not creative with it, I am someone that does feel like that is a good route to go, at least to get you started off, right? Whether it's a meal prep service, something like a HelloFresh, I've toyed with trying that myself. I still may, just because I lack creativity sometimes. And it's not because I'm not creative, it's because I feel spread very thin in my mind, things that I need to do, that there's very little time left for getting creative in the kitchen, although I enjoy it, right? So some things like that can just make your life a little bit easier. And if you can afford it, nothing wrong with it. I would just say, like, just be mindful that just because you use a meal prep company doesn't mean it's healthy. It doesn't mean it's good for you. So still be particular about what you're ordering and being cognizant of like your consumption, your portion sizes, how much fat you're consuming, saturated versus unsaturated. Are you consuming fruits and vegetables? Like, how are you feeling after you eat your meals? But I think those are a great help. I did icon meals for some of 2021. I had wanted to do a whole video for you guys, but I will admit I kind of fell off because I started then reviewing other meal prep companies, and then I started my summer cut, and I stopped using those meals because of my summer cut. They didn't really fit into it. But if you guys still want to see a video on meal prep services, I could include that maybe in What the Health if you'd like. Ooh, I love the idea of doing 30 paintings, Lexi. That's awesome. I majored in art in high school, so I feel like I would love to I'd love to get back to that. Or like Jason mentioned to me, like sculpture. Like we used to love watching the show Face Off. Have you guys ever watched that? It's not on anymore. I think it was on FX. Was it FX? But it was just a really cool show. And it just, I don't think I'm that level of creative, but it's quite inspiring what people can do. And I think a lot of people don't actually focus enough on hobbies and other things outside of their job and relationships. And I think it is important to find some hobbies that are something you enjoy and have fun doing, because those can be great coping mechanisms. They can almost be meditative for you as well. We all need to have those different outlets in our life too. Yeah, I love that. Victoria's just trying to focus on gaining healthy habits and reaping those benefits that'll naturally occur. I love that. I love that concept of just kind of like naturally letting it come and just really focusing on, your health and what feels good. Artsy Birdie, when trying to figure out our maintenance calories, should we track weight and calories consistently for 2 weeks or more? If you're trying to figure out like maintenance calories, yeah, I would say don't. What I always tell people is don't make any changes. Don't change what you're doing. Otherwise, you're kind of going to get a different perception of what's really happening. So do your normal. I would say track for 2 weeks or maybe a little bit longer, depending on how your week to week varies, okay? Some people's week to week is very routine, so you're gonna kind of get the same snapshot week to week, but maybe a monthly thing, which like looking at your month as a whole would capture more for you to get a sense of what you're doing and maybe where you could modify, or if you really want to hone in on calorie levels, I think that would be a good way to do it as well. Full day of eatings you guys like. Okay, just kind of getting through your comments, so I'm a little behind. Let's see, Brittany, could you do healthy food swaps or healthy alternatives? You know, have I done that? I feel like I'm going to write that down right now too. Healthy food swaps. I've wanted to do that, and I don't know that I actually have. If you guys know, I've done like a ton of I did a ton of like protein baking videos with Tiger Fitness for a super long time. And I kind of consider that like food swaps, because I would always do desserts and things like that, but like my healthier spin on it. But never just a healthy swap. So with a healthy swaps video, do you guys want to see like actual like baking and making of things, or would me just giving guidance on like swap this for this work? Like, I fear TikTok has ruined people's ability to engage for long periods of time. If there's not like 17 different crazy transitions and wild things happening, like I feel like everyone's attention span is through the shitter right now. So I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like to keep people engaged on YouTube, I always like your feedback too on how you like to see things presented. You know, are you cool with me just like sitting there talking through things or not? Is that boring? How is Jason feeling? He's feeling good today. He's having more of like a tired day. So today's like his relaxing day, which is honestly good for me, because then I can just kind of do this stuff with you guys and focus on myself a little bit. So he's chilling, but he's doing good. Like, I'm very grateful for how his health has improved in 2021. Does he feel like a normal person? I'm going to answer for him and say no. I don't think he'll ever feel completely normal, if that's like a thing to feel. But his health, in terms of his ability to function, has improved significantly this year, which has been great. You know, it's been really good to see him find ways of focusing on his health, focusing on resting, prioritizing himself, while still like killing it. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Jay on YouTube, but he's literally growing as we speak. He's killing it. I'm so proud of him and what he's sharing and his reach. I think it's so important, the videos he's doing. So I'm just such a proud wife over here. Okay, what else do we got? The USA food system compared to other countries is definitely impossible with the health video. Our food has chemicals and ingredients that other countries have banned. Yeah, so if you guys saw well, it wasn't my first What the Health video, but I did a video kind of discussing that with phthalates in our food, and that other countries do have them banned. So I'm going to write that down as another topic we could explore a bit more. U.S. health food systems. Yeah, any video topics you would love to see, I'm always open for feedback. Drop them in the comments here. Shoot me a DM if you guys follow me on Instagram. I think chemicals and additives, artificial ingredients is something I definitely want to dive deeper in on this channel for you guys this year. Fillers, all that kind of stuff. Writing that down right now. Okay. Would I ever do a what's in my fridge, what's in my pantry? I love seeing what people have on hand. It helps me come up with grocery staples. Yeah, absolutely. That's a video I did a long time ago, and I wasn't sure if that was still a thing that people would enjoy seeing. I'll be totally honest, like, my pantry is a freaking mess. Our fridge isn't as bad, but we do share our fridge with Bruce Wayne and his food. But I would absolutely do that kind of style of video if that's helpful for you guys. That's why sometimes I do still do dedicated videos to just like, here's my shopping haul from Aldi's or Trader Joe's, because I feel like it can help give you guys ideas, or even with those videos, I try to talk through my thought process with what I buy and how to use it for meal prep. So I try to not just have it be like, here's my food, more so educational. Like I'm always trying to educate with you guys. Thank you for the hair compliment, Carson. Part of why I wanted to go with darker hair. I still have like a little blonde on the bottom, but like I just feel like my hair looks healthier when it's darker. It's a couple days dirty right now, but I haven't washed my hair since last year. But yeah, I was kind of thinking, let me know if you guys would like this too, beyond just like fitness. I was maybe gonna do like a favorites video, including like some of my favorite makeup, beauty, hair care, skincare, maybe like a favorites video like that. Let me know if you guys would like that.
You my little cheerleader.
Huh?
You my little cheerleader.
Oh,
I was listening last time to Doc.
love you,
Wanna make
boo.
sushi?
You're chilly.
I was listening to Doc.
Possibly. Okay, so Brittany, that's a great question. I don't eat till noon. I'm just not hungry until then. I know they say breakfast is so important, but if your body doesn't ask for it, is it still important to eat breakfast regardless? So I kind of can go both ways on this. I'll be honest with you. A question I would ask you to dive into a little bit more is it truly, are you truly not hungry till noon? Or for whatever reason, have you kind of gotten yourself accustomed to just not eating that early, whether it be to restrict or to intermittent fast? I would just say dive into that a little bit more, where that comes from, and if it's truly that you're not hungry, because a lot of people I've noticed find it very easy to just avoid eating. I myself included. I don't usually eat before I work out in the morning, but I see it as a common pattern and mistake for a lot of people, that because they don't eat in the morning, because they think they're not hungry and don't need to, they tend to compensate for it later on in the day. They tend to get ravenous later in the day, overeat, find it hard to really make good decisions, and sometimes that really catches up with you in a negative way. So sometimes for me personally, I remember that, and I try to build a little bit more food into my day earlier in the day, and I find that it helps me at nighttime, when it can be very easy to get snacky and endlessly munch in the fridge. The days that I don't eat enough in the morning is when it catches up with me later. Now, what's even though that's that way for me, it may not be that way for you. So I just challenge you to really kind of dive into a little bit more. Is it really that you're not hungry in the morning, or is it just kind of a particular behavior you've put in place to maybe lessen how much you eat? The body doesn't really know what time you're eating, all right? Your body is not going to care, for the most part, whether you're eating at 7 a.m. or noon or whatever time it may be. Everyone's schedules are different, right? So that's something I like to remind people of too. Throw out the rules of having to eat 3 square meals and that breakfast has to be eggs or oatmeal or something. Who cares? Like, do what feels best for you. So it may be a little bit different, but just kind of keep note of that. You know, for me personally, because I've been doing this so long, I know my body responds best to getting in a good meal in the morning. When I get that good full meal in with a good lunch, I just don't eat as much later in the day. Like, people at work make fun of me because I eat so much at work, but I'm sorry, I spend like 8 to 9 hours a day there. Like, the majority of your meals should kind of be eaten at work. I come home at night and I'm here for 2 hours and then I pass out and go to sleep. So for me, it makes sense to eat more earlier in the day, but everyone is very different. So there isn't one way of having to do it. Just something to think about. I like that. Shay says something she grew to appreciate in 2021 was taking pictures once a month. Even when the scale didn't move, she could see changes that kept her going. That's so true, Shay, and something like I've kind of fallen off the wagon with. Ugh, I need hydration. Is taking progress pictures. I was doing such a good job of that. Obviously, for my summer cut, I had to. And had I not have taken those photos, I wouldn't have thought I made any progress because my weight didn't change crazily. Like, I don't even remember now. I think maybe it changed 2 pounds, but I feel like when I looked at the photos, I was like, oh, wow, like my body is changing. I can see muscles coming out. I can see things look different. Things look better. So that's a super good point. I need to get back to doing that. I would like to get back to doing that because where is my eyebrow pencil? Because I think that does make a big difference. For some people, they don't like taking progress pictures, and that's fine.
Apologize to the audience. He's has to have a bath.
Oh, he needs a bath. Sorry, guys. It might get a little bit loud with water because Jason's got to get Bruce in the tub. I don't know if any of you guys have dogs, but it's been so muddy here and wet that every time he goes outside with his big paws, oh yeah, it was Sci-Fi that it was on. Sci-Fi was Face Off. Every time he goes outside, his paws get so muddy. This is definitely not a makeup tutorial because I'm all over the place. I haven't even finished my eyeshadow, but it's driving me nuts that my eyebrows look like this. So even though they're microbladed, I always darken them up because I like them a little bit darker. I will say, even though I don't set like these hardcore New Year's resolutions, I do love how I just naturally feel a spark inside me. Like I feel a little bit of like a battery recharge come the new year. And I don't know if it's just because everyone's kind of like assessing their goals and like motivated and doing things differently. I have like foundation, the white line on your lip from foundation. Gross. But I just always feel like super motivated. And I know that kind of can peter out as the year goes on and we can like just kind of lose that fire, right? Which is why I think it's important to set goals that you really feel are realistic for you. They're goals you can sustain year round and kind of keep building upon. Like your goal doesn't have to be so big. You can continue to modify it, continue to build upon it. So I do think it's good to set monthly intentions. I have not been journaling. That's one thing that I would like to do. I'd like to get back to journaling because that was a way for me to really kind of set those monthly goals and intentions and kind of keep track of what I was actually accomplishing or not accomplishing, you know? What are my thoughts on fasting on training days when I'm trying to lose weight? So here's my thoughts. Like I think people need to do what feels best for them. All right. You know, I do think a lot of people report they feel better training when they have a couple meals in them after it's digested. For me, I feel best when I train first thing in the morning with like no food in my system. That's just how I've personally been doing it for years. But everyone's different. It depends what time of the day you're working out at too. So if that's what works best for you, Kevin, then do it. Is it necessary to lose weight? It's not. You may find that you perform better, you get additional reps, you recover better when you actually have food in your system when you train. So it's trial and error. It's always about trial and error for what works best for you. You guys, I'm using the Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm so sad that like Tati Beauty is no longer. It hurts my heart. I love this eyeshadow palette so much. You guys would like a favorites video? Okay. Ooh, pantry clean out. That could be fun. Yeah, Face Off was a good show. So fun fact, like 1 year Face Off actually did a bunch of the displays at Halloween Horror Nights that Jason and I always go to. So it was really cool because Jay and I like watched that season and then we got to go there and actually see what they had done with the characters. It unfortunately ended up being one of the years where it like rained out a bit, but it was really, really cool. I do miss that show. There were so many seasons of it. All right, what else do we want to do? This is kind of more like a basic eye look. Even though it's taking me forever to do my makeup, I normally wouldn't spend this much time on it. It's just kind of because I don't know how to talk, do my makeup, answer questions, and keep this actually like a decent video for you guys. But let me know, do you guys also like me to do random lives like this where I'm just kind of spouting off, kind of chit-chatting off the cuff? If you like that, let me know. Let me know what you want to see. You'll obviously continue to get my Buff Bunny collection videos throughout the year. I'm not sure what's in store for 2022 collections. I just know we've got the January 15th launch, so you will have an upcoming review video from me. I'm very thankful to still be an athlete working with the team. Where's my mascara? I gotta grab mascara because I feel like I look weird without mascara. All right, let's do this. I am not even attempting. I have pajama pants on, by the way. All right. PJ pants. All right, I don't know why I just did that because I'm a dork. But yeah, I'm party on the bottom, but I'm also wearing a Buff Bunny collection top, the Catalyst crop sweater. I love this sweater. Halloween Horror Nights is just the best. If you're into that kind of thing, it's the best. I highly recommend people who enjoy Halloween and going to haunted houses. It's so fun. It's worth the money. It's just such a good time. But I may be biased. Get ready for this lash transformation. I used to do eyelash extensions, which like sometimes I'm like, oh man, I really miss eyelash extensions because I feel like I look like a little boy sometimes without makeup on, especially when I'm at the gym. And then people see me and I'm like, oh man, I look like a little boy right now. But lash extensions always made me feel like a lady. However, I do feel like they ruined my eyelashes. So instead, a good mascara can help. This is the Lash Princess by Essence. It's like $3, $4. A few coats of that. I don't know. Can you tell? Is that a pretty good difference? I think so. I don't love it for my bottom lashes because I do feel like sometimes it like gets a little clumpy where it falls off. I never curl my eyelashes. Maybe I should. I have 700 steps in my makeup routine, but I like cannot be bothered to curl my lashes. And I have one eye that's better than the other eye in terms of how it takes mascara and eyeshadow. Do you guys have one side that's better than the other? Advice for someone who's clueless with form and workout routine. Honestly, like, there is so much good information on YouTube and on Instagram too. Like, there are so many people out there teaching proper form. Athlean X is one of my favorites to follow on YouTube for proper form and workout guidance. So I would check him out. He's got like, is Athlean X still posting, babe? Does Athlean X still post?
Yeah, I generally follow.
Okay, well, I haven't watched his stuff in a while. Like, his stuff hasn't come up on my feed in a while, but there's YouTube for you, hiding people's shit. He's really good. I would suggest checking him out. Yeah, so, Oh, my PJ pants? These are from Victoria's Secrets. I'll add that to a list. I was kind of thinking of doing a like updated supplement routine. I know people like that. That's also something people spend a lot of money on coming into the new year. I am going to grab a couple more makeup items, so I'm going to keep talking to you. But like, do you guys use Reels a lot on Instagram? Like, do you guys really love reels? Because I don't do much with reels. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know if it's because I'm I'm old and set in my ways, but I need to get better with that. So I ask you this because supplement routine, is that something you'd actually want like a full YouTube video on, or a reel? Like, what are y'all doing? I'm not gonna do TikTok. I'm just letting you know right now. That's a bandwagon I'm not jumping on, okay? I do not have the time. If somewhere down the line I quit my job and do my own thing, maybe I'll do reels or TikTok. But reels, I feel like I can try to learn. I've done a few. Oh, that's a good question. Joey asked, do you have goals to be working with any specific brands this year? So honestly, if you guys have followed me for a while, you'll know I'm very particular about who I actually work with in terms of brands, and like even taking a link or a discount code. For instance, for me, like working with Frey, this was something that I didn't quickly jump on the bandwagon with, and I don't advertise that, you know, like I'm sure people could look at me and be like, oh, she's just trying to make cash. I don't make that much money from commission on that kind of stuff. I only work with brands that I truly do enjoy, that I've actually used, that I've tried out, and that I believe would speak to you guys as well. Now with skincare is tough because everyone has different skin needs. So what works for me may not work for you, and that's totally understandable. So that's a newer kind of collaboration. Buff Bunny Collection, obviously, I would love to work with them until the day I die. Like, I don't care. I will be the grandma still repping Buff Bunny, doing the reviews for you. Like, I just think that would be goals. So in 2021, I did part ways with I was working with Provitum, which got discontinued, but I was technically working just like with MTS Nutrition and TigerFitness.com and kind of using all their supplements, which I used for literally like 7 years. Still believe in them, still love them, still buy them, still have some. But it just made sense to kind of part ways so that I could actually try other things and not be, I don't know, just kind of like committed to anything. With supplements, I was committed for so long that I couldn't just try other stuff, and I really wanted to. So you guys have seen me post a lot of different brands on Instagram, and I know people think like, oh, she's getting paid, but I don't get paid. Like, sometimes Alani sends me free stuff, which is super nice of them, but the majority of the time I buy the stuff myself because I truly enjoy it. I've been buying Ghost products, Ambrosia Collective, Jason and I still purchase. There's also a couple other like pre-workouts and stuff we'll buy, but we do have quite a bit of supplements, quite honestly. So it's fun, and it's nice to be able to just try new things and not like worry about if it's okay to post it or not. I'm sorry, I need more makeup. So if there's any brands, is my butt on the camera? Okay. If there's any brands in particular for this year, it's a really good question. I wouldn't say no to not committing to working with a supplement brand. Oh, 1UP. I also love 1UP. I was buying a lot of their stuff as well. Their stuff's really good. Their greens and branch chains are probably my favorite. For me to commit to a dedicated like supplement collaboration or contract would take a lot for me, but that's definitely not off the table. I would be interested if the right brand spoke to me with the right collaboration. I'm not into, oh shit, I just got mascara on my under eye. I'm not into posting requirements, okay? I don't typically work with brands that require me to do a certain amount of like dedicated like feed posts, stories. I just feel like it gets too pushy, and I'm not about being pushy or salesy, regardless of some people may think, because yes, I do. This is part of my job, so I do try to make money from it, of course. But I only take brand deals that I feel align with me, with you guys, and and that I organically use. Like I'm not here to make a quick buck. There's plenty of deals that come through that I don't take for that reason. You guys didn't tell me I did one eyebrow and not the other. You guys, why didn't you guys tell me this? All right, I'm really mad at you all right now. So I didn't answer your question. Goals to work with any specific brands this year. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not doing anything to actually get this to happen. But if I'm to be totally honest with you guys, I'd love to work with makeup brands, okay? I'm not a makeup channel, so I don't see that happening, nor do I have the time to actually commit to being a makeup channel, but I fantasize about starting a separate channel for women closer to my age, and doing makeup reviews because I just love buying makeup and I love trying makeup. I'm not here as a makeup artist, as you know. I just enjoy it. So I think it'd be really fun to do that at some point in my life. But I wouldn't be able to tack on that right now with my current job situation and other commitments I have, nor would Jason be able to actually edit those videos right now. He has so much on his plate with his own channel booming, and then my channel as well. He puts a lot of time into all the edits. As you know, I do not edit my videos, nor have I ever. Anything in fitness? I'm trying to think if there would be a brand that would speak to me. I would work with like a meal prep company for sure. Like that would be huge for me. I would love if like, so I've never tried HelloFresh, so I can't say I would like, take a partnership with them, but if they offered me some kind of like sponsored video, I would take that. Icon Meals, I really do enjoy their meals. I would actually be open to that. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they're into doing that with me, okay? Small titty committee, contemplate getting implants. So I haven't really, in terms of like breast implant illness, I haven't studied it a lot because I don't have breast implants. I do know there's a lot of people that have discussed having medical issues that they do feel like were related to their breast implants. I would say do your research. Talk to a doctor and ask their opinion if they're, what they know. Again, they're in it to make money too, so you have to be careful who you're taking advice from. I would do a lot of research on it before you jump the gun, but quite honestly, if that's what you want, if that's what would make you happy, do the proper research in terms of your health, making sure that it hopefully won't have any negative impacts. I think you just never know though, right? Like I feel like everyone's experience with that is so different. Yeah, the Instagram algorithm is so pushing reels. Like I was just telling Jay, I feel like that's what you have to do to grow right now, and I'm not really doing much of that, so I feel like, I'd probably have to be better with doing that. I'm not still using Pervitum for hair, skin, and nails because it's discontinued and I'm all out of it. So unfortunately, that and Regulator, my probiotic, are two things that I had to, and I'm still actively trying to find my best replacement, which is why when people ask me like, what to do or what to supplement with, I don't say like, go with this brand or this product, because I'm still like feeling it out myself. I do really like Halo Beauty by Tati. I did take that for my hair and my skin for a while as well. Ooh, Kimberly asked about taking her RD exam in 2 weeks. That was like so scary. You guys, the RD exam is just like a scary experience, all right? So I get it. Been studying for 4 months and you're burnt out. What's some advice you have? Did I pass the first time? I thankfully did pass the first time, but quite honestly, I'm here to tell you that if you fail the first time, I don't want to say who cares because it costs money when you take it, right? But honestly, your employer, your future employers, they do not care when and how many times it took you to pass. So try to take that stress off of you right now. If you fail, who cares? Take it again. It doesn't make anyone else better than you just because they passed the first time. It doesn't make them a better clinician or dietitian. So try to like eliminate that stress as much as possible. Honestly, you are probably ready to take the exam. I feel like you're best apt to take the exam fresh out of your internship, fresh out of your schooling. When you get too far into your career, I think you lose sight of academia and how they test and ask questions, and you're like, well, this isn't how we do it in a clinical setting, and you get confused when you answer questions. So I feel like fresh out of school, you are gonna be good to go for taking the exam. Just go for it, have confidence, try not to stress it too hard. I hope that helps. I took the Jean Inman course. I think she still offers that. I found that to be the most helpful for my studying. What should we do for a lippy? Neutral? Neutral lip? Let me grab it. Oh. I didn't personally set any specific New Year's goals this year. I kind of wrote about that on my Instagram the other day, that I don't know, I didn't want to set specific goals. I don't normally do. I just don't. But I more so just said I want to continue to kind of lean into being authentically me and maybe that sounds lame or doesn't make sense, but I can frequently still suffer with imposter syndrome in everything I do, and who am I and who do I think I am and am I capable, and just getting bogged down in that bullshit, which is just such a waste of energy. So for me personally, it's just continuing to lean into myself and be authentically me, and not so much worry about if it's the trendiest, not worry about if it's what I need to be doing right now, and more so focus on what makes me happy and makes me feel fulfilled and what I think is helpful, in particular with like the content that I put out too. Oh, that's not sharpened. I'm a mess. I don't know how these makeup YouTubers do it. They probably have their full desk of makeup, and I just don't have that kind of setup right now. Maybe someday. Someday we'll get there. This is always a good look. I was purposely trying to have like all my makeup ready ahead of time for you guys so that you didn't have to listen to me like ruffle through everything. Cindy, I'm not personally getting implants. I was just answering Brittany's question. I would say I thought about implants maybe like 10 years ago. I used to say if I wasn't going to have kids, which I'm not, that I would probably get my boobs done, but I just don't really desire that. I don't not like the look of implants. Like I do. I mean, there's some that I'm like, those are way too big, but to each their own. For me personally, I really enjoy my chest size. I think it suits my body. I think I have nice, perky, small boobs. And I love that I don't have to wear a bra, like I'm not right now. And I know some people with implants don't have to wear a bra either, but I like dressing for small boobs as well. Like, I saw Nikki Blackadder just got a breast implant, whatever. She just had that done, and that was one of the things she said. I didn't watch her video yet, but she didn't like the way they looked in clothes anymore. I also, and I know this isn't necessarily true, but I suck at lining my lips. I'm a runner, and I like to run, and I just feel like having more boobs would not benefit me at all as a runner. I feel like it would get in my way. The other thing is I love working chest. It's one of my favorite things to lift. And I also heard a lot of people with breast implants that either can't work chest or it's painful for them. And that's just not me. But to each their own. I have no issues with I support people altering their body if that's what they want to do. whether it's getting implants, getting explants, whatever it may be. Yeah, Nikki's boobs are phenomenal. I was like, I don't mean to be like, you know, a lesbo right now, but them titties look good, girl. Like, they look real good. And she's so petite. Like, I think she's like 2 inches shorter than me. I've met her a few times, and she's the sweetest, and she makes me look like a giant. So she's so small, and she did have giant boobs. But that's what she liked at the time, and that was really popularized for a bit there, especially with the bikini competitions. Girls were outwardly told they had to get boob implants to advance in the sport. And that is when I kind of considered it. So I'm glad I kind of stuck to my own intuition, because I don't want to say I'd regret it, but it's just, I don't know, I like my small titties. Clearly, I talk about them enough. What else? We are finishing up here. Oh, yes, I have. Nikki's super sweet. I met Nikki first at my first Arnold I went to in 2015. I actually got really lucky, and her and Christian were walking around before the expo started. And I went over and got to meet her then. And then we went to a gym that night in Ohio, and they were working out, and we talked to them a bit more. And then I also saw her, I did her, do you guys remember she did like a program, like a little healthy, I can't remember the name of it now, but she did like a little healthy program to work with her. And at that time, I needed support and I needed help. And I did her program. And then I met her at the Olympia. I went and saw her and Heidi, actually. I met Heidi there for the first time, but I also saw Nikki again at one of the Olympia expos. Curl my hair. Today I used just a Hot Tools curling iron. It's like a smaller barrel, so it's not my favorite. I really love my, what's it called? Dry bar. I have a dry bar curling wand without the clamp. That's probably my favorite. I've been really lazy lately and not wanting to curl my hair. I've been doing more of the straight look. I don't know. Do you guys have a preference? Do you have a favorite? This is going to be my makeup look, by the way. This is kind of, I would say, like a very basic, everyday look. That took me, an hour? But it was more so because I'm just shooting the crap here. Any trips planned for 2022? Nothing on the radar right now. Jason and I are kind of like keeping things open, which we'll like most definitely go back to Florida in October, but in terms of any other trips, we're keeping that open. We may have a couple things coming up this month that I can't share with you guys yet, but it's partly why we can't travel. Also, it's kind of always dependent on Jason's health. Like, that's just the reality of a loved one having a chronic medical condition. Like, you know, we have to think about his health, and traveling does really wear him down. So we sometimes don't like to plan things out too far in advance either. So technically at this moment, 2022, we have nothing on the radar. No, I'm not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I was just doing my makeup and filming and chatting with you guys, girl. I love that, Travis. You in the girls' salon. You shouldn't be listening to these conversations. Jason's here now, though. He can make you feel comfortable.
What's up, Trav?
Lizzie asked, does my family give me a hard time for not having kids? Your family's nagging you because you're too young to make that decision. No, I would say both. Jason and my family have never... Well, your family's never nagged us, right?
Never nagged us,
they
but
would ask.
Both moms are like would kind of drop like hints or say something about grandkids.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop! I'm not having kids, Mom. So stop.
Yeah. I mean, they now know. I think at this point.
But it wasn't like a wasn't like a make you feel bad
Never.
purposely.
Never, no.
Here, turn around.
Hi, my Bruce. Do you want to show them what you have? Can you show them what you have in your mouth? What do you have for Mama? Is that your Instagram camera that Chewy sent you? Chewy? Bruce is famous, y'all. Chewy sent Bruce a special package. My dog gets more PR packages than me. I kid. Oh, someone's got pep in their step. 'Cause
This coat is like, it's 50 out. I'm gonna shed. It was,
Seriously.
like, literally.
it's shedding
it looked
season
like
or
you
something.
shed a Bruce Wayne in there, like the whole thing. It's like he's shedding so bad. It's 'cause
Oh
it's
my
52
God.
out.
Crazies. Oh yeah, that's not gonna fly on camera. This red Starbucks cup, I've been getting so many compliments on it. I got this.
You bring it to the gym.
I bring it everywhere with me. I'm like a little kid with my cups.
If she brings that to the gym, it's hilarious.
It's like a kid with their stuffed animal.
So
I'm
her
like,
shaker cup is that.
but it's what keeps me hydrated. Like, if you need a friggin' glam red Starbucks mug for you to get your hydration right, I support you, all right? This was 30% off, so it was like $17. It's worth it to me. And red doesn't go out of season or style, so
You look good in red too.
thanks, baby.
You won your pro show in red. You won all your shows in red.
Red was my color.
Wait, you only placed first with red.
Correct.
Why would you deviate from anything else?
I know. If I was to compete again, what bikini color would I need to wear?
Red.
I was looking for their response.
They're gonna say red.
Well, only because you fed them that answer.
No.
Do you like my makeup?
I do. Looks good.
It took me an hour and a half.
I know. Did they
It really didn't, though. Did you guys enjoy me getting ready with you, or would you have rather me just chatted with you?
Careful scooching the chair.
I'm curious. Did I scooch?
No, but he's right behind it now.
I know not a lot of people still line their water line, but
I don't know what that means.
I'm here for it, all right? I like it. Red is our color, girl. I agree with you. Bruce, I don't know. Does he know he's famous? Do you think, Jay?
He always comes out when the camera's on.
Oh
He
yeah,
literally hears me unzip my camera bag. I'm talking louder because I'm like.
yeah.
And he will just get up from wherever he is and like come to me if I'm unzipping a camera bag, if he sees a camera in my hand. So I think he kind of knows he's important doing something.
I mean, he's a ham for the camera, and he's a worker. Like, if he's got a job to do, he's gonna do it, man, and he's gonna do it good.
He's always tired after filming videos because he's got to focus.
Yeah, he's always super tired after.
Yeah.
That's funny. But it's not like, I feel sometimes like we're like a stage mom, like forcing their kid to be in a pageant, and moms get hate for that. But it's not like that. Like, I kid you not, Jason gets the camera out, he sets it up, and Bruce like comes right over and he like starts sitting up all tall. Like, Jason won't even have to say anything to him. Jay may have to like move him a bit, but Bruce literally, he volunteers.
Yes.
He actively volunteers to live this lifestyle with us. So it's kind of cool.
All three of us are doing
Yeah,
it. Too.
yeah. All
It's a
three of us,
family
right?
affair.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the get ready and the surprise chat. Thanks for bearing with me. It's kind of weird doing your makeup on camera. I think if I was to ever start a beauty channel, I'd have to get a bit more organized with all that. But it was fun nonetheless, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. You did miss the get ready with me, Hoof Girl 31. But we'll save this live, yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be live.
We'll save this live on the channel. I think it takes a little time for the quality to come through.
Probably.
Yeah, so it may not be like as good of quality at first. But for anyone else who's here and interested in Buff Bunny collection, I do have my Journey collection box. I think I have most pieces. There may be a couple that Sarah's gonna send me later this week because I did get my box early. So I'm probably gonna do that unboxing tomorrow morning.
After the gym.
I'll probably do the unboxing live tomorrow morning. So
Filming, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So we'll do probably YouTube as well.
Yeah, do it on YouTube. And
We'll do it on YouTube and Instagram, so you guys can catch it either place. But obviously, if you enjoy the YouTube
It's gonna be
lives, your quality will be a ton better there, and you'll be able to see the clothing better. At least
and
that's.
engagement will be better for you, like, because you're gonna.
I can converse better on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did see purple, the back life. Actually, should I give you a sneak peek?
Here, go grab it.
Okay. Don't mind my pajama pants.
You can still talk to him too.
I know. So I will give you guys a special sneaky peek because I did wear one outfit to the gym today. I'm really excited about I'll just say this, I'm really excited about the variety you are getting not only in the actual pieces, but in the actual material as well. I am here for different options. And for me living in a cold climate right now, I'm really happy about some of the pieces they came out with. So let me give you a little sneak peek of my outfit that's freshly soaking wet still, because I'm a disgusting human being. And I did the treadmill today, so she got sweaty. I got my sweat on.
Sweaty crotch.
Sweaty crotch, sweaty titties. So the Quartz collection, if you saw Heidi sneak peeking the beautiful pink color being sold boutique only, don't fear, my dear. We also have this beautiful purple color. Here is the top. I'm not even going to tell you the names now, all right? This is real impromptu. Y'all better appreciate me.
Code Kara.
It's got this little mesh in the middle that's like very kind of sexy because like if you look hard enough for my little titties, you can see them in there. And they look cute. They look real cute smushed in there. A little sleeve. That was super high support.
Let's check out the cleave.
You saw the sleeve? You saw the boobs in
I
there?
worked out with you today.
The matching leggings
You outlifted me.
in the Elysium fabric. So I'm more drawn to the purple than the pink. I know they have the pink at the boutique, but I wouldn't fear it. I feel like this purple is what's up. And I think because of my dark hair too, like I like different colors based on my hair color.
Oh yeah. It pops a lot with your hair.
So purples, like even this sweatshirt color here
It complements it
looks
very
so
well.
good, right? So there's that. That.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. Looks like it got rubbed up against something.
Oh yeah, it got filled.
And then if y'all liked hooded moments, zip moments, we have a super cool zip jacket with some of those like laser cut details in them.
That's a slim fit, right?
That's all I'm going to show you. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for my unboxing, and then the review video will be coming this week as well. I'm going to be possibly getting it posted significantly quicker than other people, I want to say, just because I got my box early.
No, because it delays 7 days.
Oh,
It
yeah.
won't be posted till Saturday.
Okay, well,
We'll see. We'll see.
I just want to let you know I'm
We'll
going to
see.
be filming it, getting the review ready, so I'm truly not going to have... So, how do I say this? Like, if you wait until later after everyone else gets their packages, you can kind of get everyone's opinions on stuff and see what the consensus is about certain items, certain colors, all those things. I never do that. I don't know if that's the right approach or not, but I always try out everything, put it through my own tests, wear tests, lifestyle tests, the wash tests, and I write down my honest thoughts, and I prefer to not hear what anyone else's thoughts are.
It's like how we went into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Blind. We didn't watch a trailer. We didn't look at a movie poster.
Yeah, like
It's that's what you do.
I prefer to not hear anyone else's thoughts because sometimes I feel like if I hear other people's thoughts, then maybe I'll unintentionally like have the same thoughts or want to say the same things. And I just always want to be authentically me with these reviews. So, yeah, I guess I'm saying that because like Buff Bunny will be releasing probably more detailed videos on these pieces and maybe what went into them or what the meaning was, etc. And I may not have that information for my reviews. So I really will give you guys my real, raw, honest thoughts. I will give you my organic feelings on everything. So, and as always, I update you guys as I always learn more information. We have the live launch party that'll occur the day of the launch, which I'm so excited for because I haven't gotten to do one with you guys since October. So
giveaways.
I'm excited. We'll have all kinds of giveaways.
Code Kara.
You guys can use support code Kara. I hope. Let's boost support code Kara in 2022. Let's keep it going. But yeah, so I just want to mention that for those of you that are here and enjoy Buff Bunny. There will be a lot of that coming. But with that said, my What the Health series is just something that I'm really, it's kind of like my own little mini passion project right now, if you will. And I don't plan on stopping that anytime soon. So I will still be doing those videos. So previously, sometimes the amount of work it really takes for me and Jason to do these Buff Bunny videos would be so tiring for me that I literally would not want to be on camera or my phone or anything. And it's not because I hate you guys or I don't like my YouTube or I don't want to be consistent, but I would literally just need to mentally check out for a bit in effort to stay fresh and excited and able to be present for you guys with good content. But my goal is that I would like to still balance the two, and it's still really, really important for me to keep the nutrition content coming even with Buff Bunny collection launches. So that's my goal. I hope you guys will keep following along, and I love all the ideas you gave me today for the What the Health series, so thank you. I wrote them down. I think I am going to film 1 or 2 this weekend, so those videos are going to keep sprinkling on in. If you guys ever have any ideas or see anything cuckoo crazies you want me to do a video on and kind of like debunk, feel free to send me a DM or even send me like a little video of yourself asking a question. I'll maybe feature you in an upcoming video. So yeah, all kinds of good stuff coming up. So I love you all. I'm so appreciative that you wanted to spend a little bit of your first day of the new year with me. Thank you, Corey Crew. You the best. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel, by the way, just to be safe before you head on out of here. Some people get unsubscribed, or maybe you're here and you're not subscribed, so please do that. Anything else, Boo?
Ring the dinglings.
Ring the dinglings. Ring my dingaling.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell. Thank you, Hoof Girl. I absolutely love that feedback. I would say I received like 99% positive feedback on the storytelling with like the true nutrition horror stories, and I had so much fun with those videos. I do plan on still doing them, so I appreciate that feedback. But yeah, don't worry, my live is going to be posted here if you do want to watch it back. Yeah, it was a little last minute today, but I had fun. I will see you live tomorrow. I will have updates on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me over there so that you know when I'm going to do my live unboxing. So follow me at Kara Corey Fit Life on IG, and we will do the Buff Bunny live unboxing tomorrow. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great first day of their new year. It's
Happy New Year.
pitch black out. That really bums me out right now that it's 5 p.m. and it's pitch black out. I feel like I'm still just starting my day since I just put my face on. Like, why is it
That's
dark
what I'm like,
out?
you want to go get sushi?
I know.
Or do you want to go somewhere?
Maybe, yeah.
Somewhere, do something.
Please show Bruce one more time. Okay.
He's sleeping.
He's snoozing? I'll take a picture of him.
Give me your phone.
Jay will take a picture of him. He's a sleepy boy.
Thanks, buddy.
That's Bruce right now. He is right behind me. That's his face by the wheel of my chair. He's too tired. He sends his love. You guys want to see more Bruce Wayne, head over to YouTube Jason Corey, subscribe to him, join his fam, ring his ding-a-ling. I give permission, all right? We're not in an open relationship, but I'll let you ring his ding-a-ling just this one time.
I appreciate that.
Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope you had fun hanging out with me, and I will probably see you tomorrow if you want to hang out.